Relationship. Is your relationship sinking? Still a couple or just a COPEL? Is your relationship in trouble? Is the relationship sinking or is it just floating aimlessly and you wonder why you are still in it? This article will help you to ask yourself and them the important questions so you can either save it or move on. So ask yourself, are you still a couple or have you become just a COPEL? A COPEL is two people who just stay together to cope with loneliness or fear of finding someone better suited for them. A COPEL is a couple with a you missing you equals you. You are not really in that relationship anymore and are just phoning it in. You see these people all the time around you and you either feel sad or wonder why they are still together. Maybe you see this COPEL and you can feel their fear of finding someone better suited for them. Perhaps you see a COPEL and feel gratitude that your relationship is still going strong and healthy. So do what you can to continue to do all the right things that make you and them happy and keep the relationship healthy. However, if and when you find yourself in a relationship of convenience, you may want to wake up out of this dangerous nightmare. It is a subtle nightmare that is not that scary right now and in fact may keep the fears away, yet in a few months or years you may look back on the relationship and just feel awful regret and bitterness at what you may have lost by wasting your time and their time. So the most selfless thing to do is to be honest with yourself and eventually with them. In a COPEL, both parties are feeling similar mixed feelings of wanting something/someone better and being afraid they may not find that, so they stay with this life preserver for just a while longer. This is all unspoken and often unconscious, yet it is there and it is often easier for others to see it for what it is. A couple shares similar passions and has plenty of things in common and can communicate verbally and non-verbally. The sex is still very good, if not excellent, even if things have slowed down a bit, due to work and shared responsibilities, etc. However, a COPEL is two people who may have had what a couple has yet have long since gone off course and are living two separate and unhappy lives, even if they live together or see each other often. Countless songs, poems, and novels have shown us how a person can be most lonely when around other people, especially the wrong kind of people. So if the main reason for staying in a loveless, sexless, convenient relationship, then find the strength, vision, and hope to move on. HALT stands for hungry, angry, lonely, tired, and comes from counseling and is one of the most useful things I learned and share with clients. I add in plenty of other emotions like regret, envy, jealousy, judgment, etc. for you to be aware of, because they tend to create most of our problems and issues. Be aware of these types of emotions and feelings and realize that you will not make a wise decision if you are cranky from being hungry or if you have not slept in 3 nights. So reevaluate what you want in your life and the type of person you want to spend time with. This works well for friends, too, although I am focusing on sexual, romantic relationships here. If your most important values in a relationship are not being met, and most likely you are also not meeting their values, then it is really best for both of you to come to a better understanding. Either you can communicate and change and improve yourself and the relationship, or you will feel better about resolving the issues and move on. This may not be pleasant and in fact it may really suck, yet in the long term it is far better to deal with a bit of confrontation and discomfort to gain a lifetime of freedom and finding someone better suited to who you are. You are also setting them free to do the same. Forgive them for not being perfect and not fitting your expectations or filling your needs. Realize that you can take responsibility for filling your own needs and that being in a relationship is about sharing and overlap and being interdependent, not dependent. Ask yourself, does person A enhance my life? When you want to pick up the phone and share something or ask them something, will this experience help you? If you get the feeling you will call them and they will not even pick up the phone or they will be annoyed that you bothered them, then you are a COPEL and no longer a couple. Another thing you can do is to make a physical change in your appearance that you wanted to make, or just to prove to yourself how little the other person is paying attention to you and or supporting you. In a couple, the other person will notice and either encourage, support, or tactfully let you know that the change is not an improvement. In a COPEL, the other person will probably not even notice the change you made or will just insult you outright.